So Stranger Things is finally coming to an end with the 5th season, and we, all the fans around the world, are desperate to know how the story of Hawkins, Indiana will come to a close. So the Duffer Bros have kept things tightly under wraps, but between official episode titles, cast interviews, and behind the scene clues, we can piece together a very convincing theory about what's going to happen in the final season. Today I want to talk to you guys about one of the most cohesive predictions out there, and it all centers on 3 things: Will Byers, the disappearance of a surprising character, and an ending that's both heartbreaking and open-ended. So let's start with Will Byers. From the very beginning of Stranger Things, Will has always been at the heart of supernatural mystery. He was the first victim, the first to experience the Upside Down in a way that no one else had. But instead of being written off as unlucky, the Duffer Bros have consistently kept him connected to this otherworldly realm. Now with season 5 featuring an episode titled Sorcerer, many fans have come to believe that this is where Will's true role comes to light, where he grabs his supernatural powers by the balls and says, "Look at me, I am the captain now." Because instead of being haunted by the Upside Down, he may be able to harness that power that tried to control him. But that doesn't mean he suddenly becomes a superhero like Eleven, but his intuition, his visions, and his strange psychic connection could finally become the group's greatest weapon. But after years of suffocating, this could be the moment Will rises as the unexpected savior. But what do you guys think? Because this story isn't just about power. It's also about loss. Episode 2 is titled The Vanishing of, but this has sparked some of the biggest debates in the fandom right now. At first, people are assuming it could be even Eleven vanishing again, repeating her season 1 disappearance, but the Duffer Bros have already debunked this, saying that it's not even 11 at all. Instead, production leaks and fan detective work point towards Holly Wheeler. That's right, Mike's little sister is gonna be the point that gets everybody together again. She's also been recasted with an older actress, which suggests that her role is far more significant than just being a background character, and immediately forces the group back together and raises the emotional tension sky high. Holly's disappearance could be the catalyst for everything that follows in season 5, setting up for Vecna's final play. Now this is gonna bring us to the endgame. The Duffers have said the season will be emotional, it will be dark, it will be shocking. And the final episode is titled The Rightside Up. Now that's a pretty strong hint that balance will be restored, but it doesn't necessarily mean happily ever after. Because we've always known that Stranger Things has always mixed triumphant with tragedy. And I think the final will follow that pattern. So someone we care deeply about is almost guaranteed to make the ultimate sacrifice. But who? It could be Will himself, finally giving up everything to seal that gate. Or it can be another member of the core group, a moment that reminds us that this show has never been afraid to break some hearts. Because it definitely broke mine a couple times just watching it. But here's the key. The Duffer Bros also know that Stranger Things is bigger than just one story. With spin-offs already confirmed, don't expect every mystery to be solved, because the final must close Vecna's chapter, but it could also leave threads hanging. Hints that the Upside Down isn't completely gone, or that Will's connection still lingers. Because maybe the right side up doesn't mean destroying the Upside Down, but rather creating a fragile balance between both worlds. That would fit perfectly with the Duffer Bros' love for open-ended storytelling while still giving fans a sense of closure. So to put this theory in a neat, tiny little bow, Will Byers finally takes the center stage, perhaps even becoming the Sorcerer, hinted at the episode's title. Holly Wheeler's shocking disappearance raises the stakes early on, forces the characters back into the fight. And in the end, the story wraps with an emotional sacrifice, restoring balance but not tying everything up too neatly. It's gonna be bittersweet, and it leaves just enough space for Stranger Things to continue in spin-offs and beyond. Man, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know if I'm ready to see this end. But honestly, doesn't that sound exactly like Stranger Things? A mix of supernatural horror, heartbreaking emotion, and just enough mystery to keep us hooked long after the credits roll. This is looking like a wild ride, and if Vecna really does have a final victory plan, then Will might just be the only one that can stop it, with a little help of friends. But if they give me another heartbreaking moment like Harper's note to 11, I'm gonna have another emotional breakdown. Like now, I'm gonna have one. If you don't, smash that like button, leave a comment down below with your predictions, and subscribe for more content like this. So we have reached the end of the road for this prediction, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later. Man, I wonder if the Upside Down walks on Duncan instead of runs. I kind of need one right